Greetings everyone, this is Curtis Duncan, aka Dr. C, checking in with you. And today I'm going to talk about why there are no healthy sweeteners. Now I know a lot of us, we're just addicted to sweets, plain and simple. And we're always looking for something to justify our habits. But the fact of the matter is that there really are not any healthy sweeteners. Brown sugar is not better than white sugar. Maple syrup is not better than white sugar. None of these things are inherently healthy. Now there are some sweeteners that are more beneficial for us and won't cause all types of problems. For example, like artificial sweeteners do, which cause cancer, neurological disorders and the like, and also oftentimes more weight gain than many people expect. But there really are not any healthy sweeteners. And the main problem with all types of sweeteners is that they're processed and they do not contain any fiber. So when you're dealing with a sweetener that's been processed and does not contain any fiber, then it can have very detrimental health effects, particularly when overconsumed. And I think that's the main problem with a lot of people when they get involved with sweeteners, which is really important if you want to lose weight. They overconsume it. It becomes something that they consume too much of, and they do not, and they replace that for consuming more whole foods and fruits, for example. So I'm just here to tell you that there really are no healthy sweeteners. I don't care if they're organic. Don't be sold in that whole organic myth. Just because something's organic doesn't mean that it's necessarily healthier. Just because sugar, hasn't been bleached doesn't mean that it's healthier than pure natural sugar. It's really about just the simple fact that it's been processed, and also what types of carbohydrates does it contain. So if it's a really high fructose-based sweetener, then that's going to be very harmful for you. That's not going to be very good at all. But if it's a fruit, then you don't have to worry about that because it has been isolated. It contains fiber, and it will not cause some of the main blood sugar problems and insulin spikes that consuming any type of processed sweetener will. So that is going to be the real deal when it comes to sweeteners. That none of them are healthy. Most of them need to be moderated, and I'll tell you which ones need to be moderated to your right, or in the text box where I provided a link where you can purchase my next or my latest special report, which is your guide to sweeteners, in which I tell you what type of sweeteners to consume and which ones to avoid. But most of them, even if you are dealing with any type of sweeteners, organic or not, they need to be consumed in moderation. And this is probably one of the most important tips out there for people who are trying to lose weight. If you're trying to lose weight, you really need to avoid sweeteners. You don't need to be consuming them at all. So, or greatly minimize your consumption of them. Because as I said, all of them are going to have health problems. All of them are going to contribute to obesity. All of them are going to contribute to all the degenerative type of diseases that we have here in America. So if you do not moderate your consumption of them, then you're bound to have some health consequences and won't be able to effectively achieve your weight loss goals. Now, in my special report, I'll also tell you how to effectively moderate that and what food to consume to replace sweet treats. Because, as I said, the average person here in America is consuming way too many sweets, and it's really killing us. Our sweet tooth is killing us, absolutely. So, it's a quick little video for you all. Just know that, don't be delusioned. There are no healthy sweeteners. There are sweeteners that are more healthful. But I would not say that there are any more, that there are inherently any healthy sweeteners. There are healthy vegetables. There are healthy, healthy fruits. But when you're dealing with something that's been processed, doesn't contain fiber, that's not really going to be healthy. It can be, it can be helpful maybe in small amounts. But if you overconsume it, then it can be very detrimental. So thank you again. Have a wonderful day. Check out the ebook, my latest special report. Give you lots of great information on moderating your consumption of sweeteners, what sweeteners to avoid, which ones to consume, and also some tips on some sweet treats you can consume, so you can kind of, still get in your sweets and maintain your sweet tooth without, harming yourself. So it's really important, you all. But check out the book. It's a great one. I provide a lot of great information. And be on the lookout for another book coming up in the future on how to overcome sugar cravings. Peace.